Alright, how is everybody doing today? I am TheRPGChick, and I will be running Rhapsody for you for PS1. So, I do hope that you all enjoy the run. Alright, so, this is done in easy mode just for the sake of experience, so we are going to start that way. Hopefully everything sounds good. If it doesn't, let me know. I can adjust things on the fly. And we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, boop! So, welcome to Rhapsody, the game that's a tactics RPG that thinks it's also a Disney movie. I hope y'all are doing fantastic and have been enjoying this lovely marathon that's been going on. So this is the story of Cornette. Cornette is an orphan, and she dreams of marrying a prince, because who doesn't want to marry a prince in a Disney movie? I mean an RPG. So Cornette has this friend Kururu, who is actually a puppet, but she's a special puppet because, as you can see, she's moving around, she's flying, she's talking, she's smacking Cornette with a fan. So yeah, this game is really silly. It absolutely does not take itself seriously. And that's part of its charm, for sure. So, all of the party members that join you are also puppets that Cornette is able to bring to life, essentially, with her her horn. So anytime she plays the horn, it's supposed to grant a wish for her. And Cornette's main wish is that she has a whole bunch of friends. So every time she plays the horn, puppets will join your party as friends. So this is our grandpa. He asked us to go gather some stuff from the woods, but first we're going to equip some stuff on Shartae. So Shartae is our main puppet. She is Holy Elemental, which is going to become very handy. She's also our healer for the game. And we're going to go right off to the woods. We're going to be coming back here quite often. So even though this is a tactical based RPG, it does have random encounters, which can either be really nice to you or really awful to you. And here is the tutorial fight, which is actually not too bad. Wow, turn order, what are you? What are you, turn order? Wow. I am slightly shocked by lack of real turn order in this game right now. But that's okay. We're still gonna kill the frogs, it'll all be good. So the nice thing is, anytime you do gain a level, your MP and your HP completely go tip-top, all topped out. So it eliminates a lot of the need for healing supplies and things like that. Alright, so now that we've killed our frogs and we've had some lunch, hopefully the two are not related, we're gonna go and actually get what our grandfather asked us to go get. I know, I'm a terrible person killing those frogs. It's just awful. But Cornette really hates frogs, so... So here is our first villain. She is known as Miss Meow, and she's literally a cat girl with cat servants called Yankee. And she has come to steal the things that we've been collecting for our grandfather. But, well, she's not the best cat boss. So, I mean, though, who can really control a cat, right? So she says, go beat them up and take their stuff. And, of course, the cats are like, I don't want to do it, meow. But, well, she makes them anyway. So so we have to fight the cats. So, you'll see me using Cornet's horn a lot during the battles. So the horn essentially powers up the attack power for the puppets. And they do about double the damage they would normally do. It also builds up Cornet's reward meter, which you can see at the top right. It's on 0 right now, but it can go all the way up to 5, and that gives Cornet kind of special abilities to use during the battles. So we beat the cats. Miss Meow is not very happy. And even though she is a cat girl, dun dun dun, dragon. Your cat used to eat frogs, oh gosh. Well, we're still like level 3. There really isn't a whole lot that we can do about a dragon. So Kururu's like, no, here, take our stuff. And Cornet's very angry with her. But Kururu, being very logical, is like, well, what are we supposed to do against a giant dragon? And if you die, you have to repeat the cutscene all over again. So yes, this game is really good at breaking the fourth wall. But who should come out of nowhere but our beautiful prince? Oh, hi there. So our prince has come to our rescue, but poor Cornet is too stunned to speak. Our hero could potentially pet the dragon. She could, but I don't think that's gonna work out. So Cornet's very unhappy that she couldn't muster up the courage to talk to the prince. And Kururu is trying to snap her out of it, and she's like, well, why don't we find something that the prince really likes? That way you can just give it to him as a present, and we'll get in good with the prince. So we're gonna go off to the capital city of Orange, and we're gonna find out what the prince might like to have. Not Orange, my bad. Mother Green, this is Orange. Hello, I know how to play this game. Additionally, we're also going to pick up our second puppet here, and it is this egg, Kid. So Kid is kind of a powerhouse later on in the game. He does quite a lot of damage. So there are a whole ton of puppets that you can pick up in the course of this game, and every puppet has a wish. If you grant that wish, they move on to another world, I guess, but they leave their puppets behind anyway. So if you ever play it casually, it's kind of neat to collect all the puppets and see what it is they're interested in. So, like, Kid wants to find his brothers, Shartae wants to find her sister and become, you know, loved by a human, all kinds of different stuff. But we're gonna go in here, we're gonna talk to this lady, and she tells us that the prince loves the fish called Bobo from that, from the woods we were just in. And Kururu has the idea that we'll go catch some of those fish, and we'll cook them up for the prince. But who comes in but our childhood friend Etoile. Etoile is our rich girl. Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But yeah, so she is kind of Cornet's rival at this point, because she's rich and fancy and thinks that she is everything that Cornet is not. So she's basically here bragging about her $1 million Calvin Klein dress. Yeah. But Cornet doesn't really care, and we're gonna go off and get some Bobo fish. Bobo fish. All the Bobo fish. Yeah, kind of like the mean girls at school, exactly. So here is our Bobo fish. We're gonna have to kill them and capture them. Oops. Come on, go first. Very nice, thank you. Okay, so this is not too bad. Not too bad. You did not kill it. Why did you not kill it? You're a very bad egg right now. Let's finish this one off. Very nice. So the problem is when puppets join your party, they are only level 1. So sometimes they have to gain some levels really, really fast. And like a lot of tactics games, if your heroine dies, which is Cornet, you game over here. So now Kid is going to gain like 4 levels, and it's all good. Why did they always miss? Because their accuracy is terrible. And unfortunately, because we were fighting fish, well, here are the cats again to try to steal our fish. So here we are going to see Cornet's reward system. So we are going to use sugar candy. So her attacks are basically different foods, with the exception of Heart, which is just a full restore. So she has sugar candy, she has flan, she has pancakes, she has actual cake. Yeah. But now we have our fish. Let's go back and cook the prince a meal, shall we? Because, you know, that's what we gotta do. We have realized that the way to the prince's heart is through his stomach, and he is going to love that Bobo fish that we caught. Do 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 do. Let's go back and cook the prince. Cat, why would you want to do that? So she cooks him this beautiful looking Bobo fish steak. Actually doesn't look too bad for video game food. But, you know, how are we gonna get it to him? I mean, the prince is in the castle, right? Well, okay. Kururu seems to know how we can get there, so we're gonna follow her. Yes, that humming was only the first of many songs. This really is actually a musical adventure. So apparently there is this secret passage underneath the graveyard, which will lead us right into the palace. So one of the downfalls about this game is that the dungeons are extremely monotonous. So all the caves do have this look to them, but in different colors, some of them anyway. And the couple of towers that we go through also kind of have a very similar look. So the biggest part is kind of knowing which way to go when you hit intersections. Also, I've had problems with my PlayStation freezing after this fight, so if it does, I do have save files. Okay. You are not yet strong enough. Nope. I still don't know what's setting that off, unfortunately. But it looks like we're okay, so this is good. So we come up out of the dungeon, and we come up in the men's bathroom. Luckily, we did come up in a stall that says don't use out of service, but still, it's the guy's bathroom. And the minister, Galonzo, happened to be in here as well, which is not a good thing. So this dude is not a very nice one. And Kurudu, in order to kind of get us out of trouble, lies to him and says, oh yeah, Cornet is like your secret admirer, she really wanted to meet you, literally blah 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 blah. So, coming closer to her, the minister kind of freaks Cornet out. And there goes our Bobo fish steak. Feels bad, man. So ideally, Shartae would have hit level 8, but she did not, and it's fine. It just makes this fight a little bit faster if she does. Because at level 8 she does get her first AoE spell. But this is still okay. It is a literal wash closet, exactly. But it's all good. So, Shartae hits level 8, we get our AoE, we're in good shape. But, well, now that we've kind of blown our cover, we do have to get out of there. But we still kind of need to get in and see the prince. So it turns out there is a beauty contest of sorts going on in Mother Green right now, and the winner gets to become a candidate to be the prince's bride. So we're gonna go enter that in just a minute. I'm gonna buy some teleporters, which are gonna get me out of these dungeons much faster. So even though there is this long line of girls, we're gonna skip the line, and we're gonna register for the contest. So the papers say to buy a dress that makes you look really beautiful, but they're not really sure how they can get it. And of course, who shows up but Etoile to brag about how she has bought every single dress in the kingdom so that she can be in the contest. Because why not, right? If you're rich, I guess she's got nothing better to do with her money. I mean, she could give it to me. I mean, no, never mind. But yeah, so she brags that she has bought all of the dresses, and Cornet's gonna be stuck without anything to wear for the contest. But of course, Kurudu tries to stick up for us and tell us, well, we're gonna find something really fantastic, and we're gonna beat you in this contest. So Kurudu says, well, maybe we should just go check with the dressmaker just in case. Maybe they can make us one anyway. So we're gonna go do that. Just buy Cloud's dress. Yeah, it was a very pretty dress. So the guy tells us, well, I don't have anything, but there used to be a theater company in Woods. Maybe you can find a dress there. So we're gonna go back to the woods yet again and try to find this theater company. So yeah, we come back to the woods quite often. We're not even halfway done yet with coming back to the woods. Do. So we get back to the place we kind of were in the beginning. And Kurudu says, oh, something smells really tasty. Let's go find out what it is, because I'm hungry. And Cornet agrees it smells really good. Okay, might as well go check it out. And they find this, essentially what amounts to a barbecue joint in the middle of the woods. So we're gonna go check it out, because who doesn't want barbecue, right? So, the sign tells us we need to exercise before we eat. Exorcise, not exercise, but exorcise. And then this one tells us to use salt to revitalize our body. This is the really nice thing about Charte's Holy Magic, the fact that it is so nicely AoE. And can just wreck everything. And then we come to one more room that says, if you sweat, it makes the food taste better. I don't really know why that's true. Why they would say that. I can't imagine why. Yeah, nobody's ever played Breath of Fire 2. Nobody's ever played that. And we come to the back where the good smell is coming from, and we find more cats. There's a lot of cats in this game. And, well, apparently we're on the menu, so the way to cook your food is to tenderize them really well, and lightly salt them, and then steam them a bit. And Kurudu's like, yeah, tenderize me, baby. And Kurudu, just stop. Please just stop. That is the legit dialogue. I did not make that up. I got outturned ordered. That's alright. Well, cats are defeated for now. Uh-oh, what's this secret passage? So it turns out that this restaurant used to be the theater company, and there's some props and stuff back here, and then there's that costume in the right-hand corner. This kangaroo dragon bear thing. And Kurudu's like, well, why don't you wear this for the contest? Because you'll absolutely beat Etoile if you're wearing something like this. And without really much other option, we're like, well, Okay. I guess we'll take it with us. And this is Elkun. He is our last actual party member, even though we will recruit more puppets. So now that we have our costume in hand, it's time to go be beautiful, I guess. So, we're a little late. Everybody is already gathered. The Queen comes to explain the rules to us. So, this is a little bit of an unorthodox beauty contest. The first round is fairly normal. It's like, you know, wear something really pretty, a dress that kind of makes you stand out. And then the second part is kind of a battle royale. Because, you know, if you're going to be the future queen, you have to be able to be strong and help defend the kingdom, apparently. And then the third part is a singing contest because, well, this is still a musical. And of course, Etoile is here, having a fight with her dad, because her dad is the kind of rich dude that's only concerned about power and position in society. And he is really, really a terrible human being. How dare you smack your daughter, sir? Standard beauty contest. Yeah, absolutely. And this whole thing bothers the heck out of me. That he would smack his daughter and get away with it. He's like, I just want Etoile to understand me, but really, he really is only concerned with money and power. So, yeah. Well, the contest is ready to start, so we're gonna go line up, and we're gonna showcase our beautiful Elkun costume. I would like to murder this dude cat. I really would. And of course, the queen has to graciously walk to the front of the stage to say, "Let the first round begin." So here is a random nobody. Although her dress is really cute. And then, of course, we have Etoile wearing exactly the same thing she always wears. So what was the point of buying all of the dresses in the city? Also, I want that super powerful fan if it's strong enough to blow her dress and her hair around. Because, yo, that's kind of crazy. And then we have Cornet, wearing Elkun. And, well, Cornet gets heckled. And the prince is like, I thought people wore nice dresses for events like this. And Kurudo thinks it's hilarious, but Cornet is really, really angry with her. Nope, I did not get a dress. And as we're waiting for the next part of the contest to start, Etoile's father is trying to speak to her again, but Etoile is having none of it. And the queen basically tells him that he's basically terrible and asks, "What the heck is wrong with you, dude? You're a terrible parent. You're only concerned with money and power, literally." And of course, that's true, because look at him, he's going after the queen. So now we're ready for round 2, which is the Battle Royale. These girls don't know what's coming. Yeah, this game is really, really great in the fact that it doesn't take itself seriously at all. So here's a rando girl we get to fight. And the prince is starting to think that Cornet looks familiar and that he's seen her somewhere before. And down she goes. And of course, because L-kun joined at level 1, he just gained 4 levels. So, Cornet is kind of upset with her performance, and she's like, what's wrong with me? And she remembers this little past event with Kururu, where, you know, Kururu's like, well, the horn will grant your wishes. What do you wish for? And Cornet tells her, well, I want a whole bunch of friends. But I also have you, Kururu, and you're my best friend, and we'll be together forever. 'Cause Disney-esque stuff is sappy that way. We're gonna go check on Etoile just to make sure that she's alright, and she still kinda seems to be brooding here. And for some reason, Cornet is like, your father is really worried about you. I don't even have parents. And I hate that. I really hate this part because of that. But then Etoile throws it right back in her face, and she's like, well, why don't you stop fighting with Kururu, because she's kind of all you have. And they basically argue about who's going to apologize first. And it's a, no, you first. No, you first. And Etoile decides, well, whoever the loser of the final match is should be the one to apologize first. And it turns out all the other girls dropped out because they didn't want to fight. So Etoile's like, you'll be no match for my rocket launchers. And yeah. Etoile's got rocket launchers. That fan, that super powerful fan, I really want it for the summertime. Can I please have it? And again, the prince is like, she really looks familiar, but I just can't put my finger on it. But unfortunately, this is not a battle that we can win, because rocket launchers! Yeah! So we're basically gonna put Cornet out to be slaughtered, and the rest is history. So Etoile throws back in her face again. See, you couldn't do it because you didn't have Kururu with you. And Cornet's like, yeah, she's right. I'm sorry, Kururu. And passes out. So Kururu and Cornet make up, and now they're friends again, and everybody's happy. And it's just about time for the final part of this competition, which is the singing portion. Which is good, because that means I get a break. Hey lady, what you doing? Oh! Yeah, sorry, not sorry. So apparently we're going to be judged on how insightful our songs are about ourselves. And I am not going to sing along because nobody wants to hear the RPG chick sing. what you enjoy. That's right, I'm cheating. I get a break. That's why I love this game. Cat, please.
And it feels so good to hear. Sounds a little sad but sweet just the same. Lovely melody. Whenever I hear this song, I really don't know why. It makes
So we did technically skip over this song earlier. In any percent, you do skip 2 of the songs.
I'm sure my tears will soon disappear because I know you're here. Whenever I am feeling sad and everything around looks bad, all I have to do is think of you. I know my dreams are waiting to come true.
FF6 does still have the best singing moment.
Let's go on with hope in our hearts. Love will surely show us how. Let's go on, our hearts filled with dreams. Let's go on and find them now.
Now it's time for Etoile to sing.
You're such a lucky girl, that's what they always say. Rich and beautiful and bright. They don't get to see what's hidden deep inside. So I feel all alone. They keep telling me my life is so grand. What will make them understand? No one knows how truly lonely I am. Why won't they
Not quite a rap battle, no. I think it is 2 different singers, actually. But I'm not 100% sure on that.
But all I want is to belong. Love and understanding from mom and dad is all I need to keep on being sad. If only I could just let go. Help me let my feelings show.
And there you go. There is the first musical number of the game. There are still more yet to come. So, the songs were so nice, they decide to declare both of them winners, and Cornette gets her wish. She gets to be a candidate to be the Princess Bride. But it turns out that the dress that you wear to the ball has to be the same thing that you wore in the first round of the competition. Which is unfortunate. For Cornet, of course. So of course, Cornet is not happy with Kururu. But we're still gonna go to the ball anyway. Also, I still want her blanket. So, time skips a little bit here, and we go to the day of, I should say the night of the ball, and we're gonna head right back to the palace. Etoile is here to greet us. She's like, hey, you're not dressed. Come on, I'll help you get changed. Because I want to see you in that stupid-looking costume again. And unfortunately, who comes out but the same minister that we ran into in the bathroom? Thankfully, the only thing this costume is good for is the fact that the minister doesn't really recognize us. And he thinks that we're just a performer or something. But Etoile is like, no, we both won the contest. And the queen comes out and confirms it. Galonzo is not very happy with the way that Cornet spoke to him, though, and he's like, impudent little wench. And is all evil and stuff. But the queen, being very sweet, is like, please make yourselves at home. It's time to go dance. Get through the guards, there we go. Sometimes, Elkun does not fit between those guards very well. And Etoile is like, hey, I don't really want to dance with the prince anyway, so you can go first. She also just kind of wants to laugh at us trying to dance in this ridiculous costume. I agree, this game has really adorable sprites. So we try to dance with the prince. And... well, yeah. And now the minister recognizes us, which is not necessarily a good thing. But the prince finally remembers who we are, and that he rescued us in the forest. And now he's really happy to dance with us. And for those of you who play this game casually, there is another song here. And it is super, super Disney. But this is any percent, so sorry, no song. I love you all, but no song. But if you've ever watched Aladdin and saw A Whole New World, that song is very that. But Elkun is very happy. He got his dream of being able to perform again, and he moved on and left his puppet with us. But who finds us but Minister Galonzo? And he's like, I'm going to get you for trying to assassinate me. I'm sorry, I promise I won't skip any other songs. No, I'm not gonna sing. We covered this, I'm not singing. And, thankfully, the prince comes and tells the minister to beat it. Get out of here. Don't harass my girl. And now we get awkward romance scene. Kururu's like, I'm just gonna leave you two alone. Yeah, that's exactly it, Jade Machine. That's exactly it. So, as Cornet and the prince try to actually talk to each other, Etoile and Kururu are spying on them. And Kururu is like, I didn't know you like stuff like this. Because, again, this game is not taking itself seriously, and it's wonderful. So yeah, they're you can see they're doing a lot of talking there. And, in the meantime, Miss Meow is at it again, and now she's got friends. And they're riding a really big dragon. And just as Cornet starts to muster up the courage to say something to the prince, dragon crashes into the castle. And the prince is like, I gotta go find out what this is. You stay here. And then Kururu and Etoile just kind of make fun of her for not really being able to say anything to the prince. But they say, well, we should probably follow him and find out what's going on. And it turns out the castle is under attack! More cats! And the prince is all like, Cornet! Go and hide somewhere. Here's my family heirloom. It'll protect you. And Etoile's, well, I see how it is. Why don't you just tell us to throw ourselves at the monsters? Don't think his magic can reach. Bye, cats. Alright, so we're gonna equip that lovely charm onto Shartae, because what it does is it basically reduces magic cost by half. And since she is our main magic user, healer, damage dealer, it does the most good on her. So, here are our main villains. So, Miss Meow we have already met. The one with the waggy tail is Gao. She is a dog girl, and then on the right-hand side is Crotia, who is a bird girl. In the middle is Miss Marjorie, who is apparently older than time itself and has lots of jiggle physics. And they are here because Meow told Marjorie what the prince had done, but Marjorie, being Marjorie, has just fallen head over heels for the prince. It's not song time yet, I'm sorry. We still have a bit to go before that happens. And Marjorie's, I'm gonna take this prince for myself, and then she very smartly turns him to stone by accident, because she is old and forgets how to do things. And we're all stepping in like, hey, that's my prince, you can't have him.
Okay, everybody, all together!
And Marjorie's like, okay, you are gonna get rid of these guys because they're making fun of me. So, yeah. Here is another fight that we cannot win. So the faster we die here, the better it is. Even Etoile's guns cannot do any damage. So that's how bad it is. Thank you, Crotia. So, Marjorie decides we're gonna take the prince with us, and I'll just figure out how to remove the spell myself. And Cornette is very unhappy because she was getting in good with the prince. So she decides that she is going to step up and she is going to save her prince. And even though Kururu thinks it's a terrible idea, she decides, well, I might as well go with you and help you because you really can't do anything by yourself. And I'm going to take a bit of a safety save here, just in case the disc decides it doesn't like me today. Because we have come pretty far. Alright, let's go save our prince. So, our grandfather tells us that there is a guy in the Tower of Wisdom who could probably help you, but you have to sail over to Blue Cat in order to get to him. And he also tells Kururu, of course, to take care of Cornette. So, we have to basically now find passage over to Blue Cat, which is across the ocean. So we're gonna go speak to this captain, and we're gonna beg him to take us across. Unfortunately, the captain is like, I'm not sailing anywhere because my daughter is very unhappy. She's having a fight with her boyfriend because her boyfriend called her fat. So he's like, well, if you can make her find something for her to eat, I'll take you across the waters. So it turns out that this lady likes toads. We're gonna go catch her some toads to eat. So this part is a little RNG. The sooner we get a toad battle, the better it is. It could be the first fight. It could be, I've had as many as like 6. So we'll see. That's not toads. Please give me toads. Come on, give me toads. Thank you. Not bad, only 2 fights. Fantastic. We've got our toads. What else could possibly go wrong? Well, more cats. Because apparently the cats have changed their cuisine and now they want the toads to make barbecued toad instead of barbecued fish. I don't know. So whoever said before that their cats eat toads, well, so do these. And Shartae is almost out of magic, which is not good. There we go. Alright, so we have what we need. Let's go back and give this poor starving lady these toads. That way the captain will take us to Blue Cat. And he's like, oh, you got the toads? Well, haha, why don't you just cook the meal too? So this soldier comes and tells us that she really likes barbecue toad. Well, since the cats were looking for barbecue toad, I can only assume that they're cooking barbecue toad there. So we're gonna go back to that restaurant and we're gonna go steal their barbecue toad. I told you we came into these woods a lot. Also, the fail to run sound, fantastic. Can I run this time, please? Thank you. I could actually do a bit of a heal on Shartae. That way she doesn't accidentally die. That would be great. So back through we go. We don't have to do the same fights a second time. But of course we do come on the cats again, and this time they are making barbecued toad. But this fight is just as easy as last time, thankfully. And it goes down pretty fast. So we find the barbecue toad being cooked on the stove. And we'll finally be able to get the captain to take us to Blue Cat. Right? Sure. Nope. The only bad thing about this restaurant is that you can't use teleporters while you're inside of it, or the outside screen either. So you literally have to go one screen away before you can teleport elsewhere. Can I run? Nope, of course not. Wow. Turn order, please. Okay, well, a little extra experience is never a bad thing. So, as we're coming back into Mother Green, we confront the soldier who's been telling us all the things that the girl likes. And we yell at him, basically, for calling his girlfriend fat. And he's like, wait a minute, I never called her fat, I called her full figured. And I'm just like, dude. So we basically went through all of that for nothing! Because now they're back together. And we didn't even need the barbecued toad. And Cornet literally asks, what the heck was that even for? Meanwhile, in the Fortress of Doom... So Marjorie is trying to figure out how it is that she can resurrect the prince from the spell. And Crotia comes and tells her that you need to have a kiss from a beautiful young maiden who loves him. And Marjolie's like, oh yeah, I love him. I'm a beautiful young maiden. I'll just kiss him. Yeah. No. Sorry, Marjorie. So she says, well, there must be some other way to fix it, so you go out and find it. Hey, I told you there were jiggle physics. I warned you. But now we finally can go to Blue Cat. So we're gonna literally come into Blue Cat and leave Blue Cat, and we're gonna go over to the mines. So again, navigating the dungeons is extremely maze-like, and I still have directions up because I never remember half the time. And apparently I can't run from anything today. Game, please. Well, I guess we're getting more experience. Yup. I definitely can tank the last boss if I get enough levels. Every once in a while, I'll run into the metal slimes and be like, is it worth killing it? Well, if you never got to play it, I recommend you do. It is a lot of fun. Wow, so many levels. So we actually do have a reason for going in here. Did I just go the wrong way? I went the wrong way, didn't I? No, wait. Oh, good. I'm lost. Okay. I got distracted. I'm sorry. It happens. There we go. Alright, so we run into Terra, who is Shartay's sister. And this is the puppet that Shartay has been looking for. And if you actually go into the town of Blue Cat and you talk to the people, you find out that somebody actually threw away this poor puppet into the sewers, and she wound up down here. And now she hates everybody. Well, we're gonna try to talk her into her senses. And we find out that these monsters have been kind of filling her head with lies as well. So we're gonna get rid of them too. These are not very pretty monsters. In fact, they're a little nightmare-inducing. But they go down very easily. And Shartay manages to convince her sister that Cornet will take care of us. And love us. So why don't you just come with us? And if you actually have the time, Terra is a pretty good combatant, because whereas Shartay has all of the holy magic spells, Terra is basically her opposite with a bunch of dark magic elemental spells. And she gets to be pretty powerful. But we mainly came down here for this, which is the Cat's Eye Jewel. And the cat's eye jewel is going to let us get into this place, which is the Tower of Wisdom, which is where our grandpa told us to go. So there happens to be a little relief of a cat in the wall, and we're wondering what it's there for. And Etoile comes to give us some plot and be like, "Ha! You don't even know what it's here? You're such a bumpkin. You have to get a blue cat's eye jewel." Which is exactly why we just went to the mine. So even though she's here to laugh at us, we already are one step ahead of her, and we're good to go. And this tower is also very, very maze-like. So if I do get quiet during it, it's because I'm trying to focus on where I'm going. But yeah, so all the towers have dungeons like this. All of the caves, well, you've already seen what those look like. And of course, if you go out of your way, there's often treasure chests and stuff in the dead ends. There's pictures and stuff that you can collect for the gallery, things like that. Oh my god, I can't run for anything today. Game really wants me to have a lot of levels today. Hey, I could run from something. Game? Game? Oh, game, please come back. This is what I was talking about. Which is really bad, because it's been a while since we saved. Okay, thank you for coming back. I'm going to save it now, because that scared the crap out of me. By the way, if you're a person who runs PS1 RPGs, well, they can soft walk a lot. But we made it! So, here is this old wise dude who we come to for help, and he tells us basically that we need to find the elemental stones. And he gives us a way back into the tower as well. So basically we have to go to all different parts of the world and, well, get the stones to get our prince back. By the way, that little bunny puppet down on the bottom is really, really powerful, but you have to go through a lot of stuff to actually get it to join your party. So we're not gonna bother with that. And turns out, cats were listening! Ow, poor cat. So the cats report back to Marjorie that we need to get the stones in order to save the prince. And I hope you enjoy the best song of the game.
my slave. More beautiful than the goddess, I put her face to shame. Oh, look at me, what do you see? There's no one greater than me. I am the queen, the best you've seen, so worship me.
Your Highness, Marjorie, we worship you as number one.
Oh yes, I am evil personified, so get down on your knees. And if you're ever graced by my beauty, you'll thank your lucky star.
Also, out of sync cat is best
Aren't I
cat.
great? I'm amazing myself all the time. There is one thing that I still have to get. I won't rest till he's mine, Prince Ferdinando.
Don't you know you're old enough to be his mother?
Hey, you, shut up! My heart is burning, overheating with a raging fire. The prince I do admire, he fills me with desire. Dear Ferdinando, I am here to save you from this curse. Let his love quench my thirst. My precious, wait a little longer, I will end your strife. I'll bring you back to life, I'll be your wicked wife. Dear Ferdinando,
I can relate to
I am
Unsync
here to
Cat
save you
also,
from this
Mollis.
curse. Let your love quench my thirst.
Will Smith does not appear in this, darn it, Shema.
If you dare to get in my way,
We'll make you pay.
you won't live another day.
Queenie, just show your beauty. You're the baddest queen under the sun. Keep on shining, we'll keep on whining. She's our queen, she's the baddest to be seen. Marjorie, you're the evil beauty. We bow down to you eternally.
Best song of the game. Do 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 do. Oh, that lovely sound effect. Yeah, there's gonna be quite a few of those dragon screes, so, yeah, you've been warned. So apparently, the town of Red Hot is under attack by dragons. And we're gonna not go back in the suspension bridge. Brain, please. We're gonna go into the town of Red Hot. We're gonna go in for 2 seconds, just to open up the volcano area, and we're gonna head right to the volcano where the dragons are. Because there is supposed to be a firestone in here. Why is it so hot? Well, gee, usually volcanoes are kind of hot, Cornet. But of course, Crotia is here to try and stop us. Because evil villainous things. Oh, encounter rates, please. You know, it like adds insult to injury that that sound is so grating on top of not letting you run. Alright, we're almost there. Which is good, because we have to come through this volcano not once, but twice. Hey, I was able to run from something. It's a miracle. And we come across Crotia, confronting one of the dragons, trying to get the Firestone for herself. We're gonna use a little bit of sugar candy. You had to sub for Out of Sync Cat? Well, thank you. That's a good reason to sub. Let's see, how many of these birds can I reach? Ow. Can you not harass Cornet, please? There we go. So, we killed the dragon, and Crotia, who was fighting it before, calls us murderers. And that the seal on the volcano has been weakened because pretty much all the dragons are just about dead now. I think Crotia is a hypocrite. But we're gonna leave and we're gonna go check out what's going on in Red Hot. Because things are happening. More dragons! Let's go back to the volcano, because we came here for almost no good reason. We still gotta get our Firestone after all. So back in we go. Oh, stop failing to run! Can I reach? I can reach. Fantastic. Yeah, the sound effects in this game are special. But it's fine. At least the music is decent. For the vocals, I should say. And the story is fantastic. Do 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 do. Yay! I ran away. Is that scream and a sound effects? No, I wish it was too. Alright, so we come back to the base, to the top of the volcano, and we find pretty much all the villagers have come and slayed the last of the dragons, and give us the Firestone for I don't know, for funsies, I guess? But now, with the last of the dragons gone, the volcano is going to erupt because there's nothing left to stop it. But there does seem to be one last dragon egg, and Cornet wants to take it with us so that the dragons do not die out completely. And the only way to do that is to play the horn to grant her wish, because it's too heavy for her to carry. But who is waiting for us outside the volcano? But Protea, come to take the firestone we just got. Like, do you not see the mounds and mounds of lava flowing down the volcano at a dangerous rate, lady? What is wrong with you? And cake! Love cake. Ow. Gotta love a game where food is attack. So we're a little trapped, but Protea's like, I'm gonna take you out of here. 'Cause, I don't know. But she does reveal to us that she saved us because we have unfinished business, and we've got to take care of this little dragon. And we take the dragon with us. And technically, dragon is a party member. Now we're going to activate the suspension bridge so that we can go to other places, and I should have done this one first. And we're going to head north into the Ice Kingdom. Do-do, No, the little baby dragon is not gonna go scree, unfortunately. We got the little poopy sound. I can't even do it. Alright, there will be no more screeing in this game, I promise. Oh no! I thought I was gonna make it through without encounter. Feels bad, man. Alright, so we come to the town of White Snow, and we're only gonna stay here for 2 seconds. Bye. So here is the Tower of the Ninetail. So the Ninetails are kind of like guardians in this area. They help provide things to the town. I don't know what things Ninetails are providing, but they have Thunderstone, which is what we need. And we find this dude unconscious. And it turns out that he had gone into the tower to try to get the Thunderstone to cure his mother of Ninetail fever. And this guy, who is one of the few people who's allowed into that tower, is very angry with him, because if you take away the Thunderstone, you take away the Ninetails. They'll die without the Thunderstone. We're not very happy to hear that, but we've got a prince to save. So this guy says, I want to go apologize to the Guardian. Will you come with me and help me up the tower? Because there's a lot of monsters in that tower. Because, yeah, RPG video game. So we all decide, okay, we're gonna go into the Tower of the Ninetales, and we're gonna totally apologize to the Guardian. But first, he must kind of sort of sing his mountain tune.
Mountain man, big and strong and full of fury.
And the song is supposed to kind of appease the Guardian, supposedly.
Holy journey, yo-ho-ho, we are soldiers of the mountain.
Yeah, that's enough of that. Doo-doo-doo. Here's the second of our towers. There's only one more tower to go, thankfully. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There is a fully available soundtrack to this game in both English and Japanese if you'd like to hear the songs in their full splendor. And some of the songs in Japanese are actually pretty awesome. I actually prefer the Evil Queen song in Japanese, but my disc tends to skip when I play things in Japanese. So we're doing it in English today. There is absolutely no time difference, so it really doesn't matter what language you pick to play the songs in. I did not mean to hit end, I meant to press escape. Thank you for eating my input. Doo-dee-doo. Yeah, they're pretty identical text-wise because what you get is the Romanji, not the Kana. Whoops, hello. No. Oh, crap. Oh, crap, I don't remember which way I was going. Nope, I went backwards. Okay. Okay, I know I went backwards. That's fine. This is what I talk about in terms of this game being complicated, in terms of their dungeons. Too many doors, too many ways to go. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. There we go. Alright, so we have reached the top of the tower. If you try to come here without these two, this is just a dead end. But there is an imaginary wall over here. Yeah, it does get really tough when all the rooms look exactly the same. So, the dude talks about needing the Thunderstone for his mom, and Cornet kind of backs him up because she also wants the Thunderstone. So there are two ways you can technically do this scene. You can save the Ninetales and you get the Holy Stone. Or the Ninetales are dead and you take the Thunderstone. Well, we're gonna take the Thunderstone. I'm sorry, Ninetales. Have a little sugar candy. Yeah, throughout this game, following the any percent route, Cornet is kind of a terrible human being. I'm sorry to say. So, the dude is obviously, and very rightfully so, very angry with us. He gives us the Thunderstone, tells us to leave, and says, "I never want to see your faces again." I'm sorry, my little nine-tail friends. Feels kind of bad, man. Crotia also is here to tell us that we're a disappointment. As if we didn't feel bad enough. Thanks, Crotia. But, well, we do one good thing, and we do cure this guy's mom of nine-tail fever. And that's the only good thing we do. And now it's time to move on to the next part, because we still have 3 stones to go. So now, I hope you like pirates, because we're gonna go on a pirate ship. So there is this whole drama going on with the pirates. There was this huge shipwreck, and during the course of that shipwreck, the captain's son was killed and lost at sea. Please go downstairs. Thank you. Gotta read a dude's diary first. Hold on. Because, yeah, RPG is invading your privacy since the 1980s. But yeah, so this is where we find out about the whole idea that there was a shipwreck and that the captain's son died, and the first mate, essentially the guy's best friend, feels really bad about it because he thinks it was all his fault. And unfortunately, so does the captain. And the captain is blaming him for the death of his son. And they're still fighting even now. And because we need something to go on, there is the Ghost of the Sun, and he has dragged us down into the depths to the ghost ship. Because what RPG is complete without a ghost ship? But, the Waterstone might be down here, because they were kind of looking for stuff. So we're gonna stay down here anyway, and see if we can find the Waterstone. And we're also gonna invade the dead dude's privacy. And we find out he was engaged to this lady in Blue Cat. He loved her a lot, and he was gonna get engaged to her when he came back. And we find a ring in the book. And as we're searching the ship, we also find Gao. And we're like, how the heck did you get down here? And she's like, well, I swam. So, our resident dog girl is kind of a musclehead. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. Can we get around the holes in the floor? Thank you. So we get to the captain's quarters on the old ship and we find the ghost of the sun. And the sun is not very happy that his ghost is kind of stuck here. And it turns out this evil painting is sort of, kind of a little bit holding his spirit hostage. Alrighty, let's get rid of these. So this fight is kind of interesting. The painting is completely stationary, and if you don't approach it too close, it can't attack you. So ranged spells are super effective here. Yo, what's up, Sealies? And since Shartae is holy and this thing is undead, well, works out really well. I am going to keep Kid back just a little bit until the painting is pretty close to death, though. That way Kid does not get killed by accident. Because if puppets die, you have to go back to Orange to your grandfather to have them resurrected, and it takes time. But in the meantime, I am also going to rebuild Cornet's reward level on the top right. That way we have our food-based spells for other enemies when we need them. And unfortunately, Elkun is kind of out of magic, which is not a good thing. Alright, so that painting should be pretty close to gone now. There we go. So yeah, there's a couple of bosses that are completely stationary, and you can kind of use that to your advantage, which is really nice. So, the captain's son tells them, like, I'm not bitter, you know, I fell in love, I was really happy to travel with you, don't blame yourself, don't let your guilt, you know, rule your life, blah blah blah, kind of stuff. And, we're sent back up to the real ship. Because we freed his soul. And he gets to live in... he gets to die peacefully, finally. And he gave us the Water Stone! So this is one of the decent things that Cornet does during her time. So there are some really good things that she does, and there are some really terrible things that she does. So we have our Water Stone, let's get out of here. And of course, Gal seems to have managed to swim all the way back here. But she's still gonna come and take the stone away from us, even though she's exhausted. And a really nice touch. She's got like almost no HP left for this fight, and I really like that touch. It's really, really good. Nope. Cast Storm, please. Thank you. And bye, Gal. I got no power. Is it because I didn't eat my Wheaties? And then she swims off. But yeah, we're good. We got our Water Stone. Time to go for the next one. And time to do a little bit of shopping as well. So we find out from the pirates in here that the next destination for the pirates is the village of Caro Caro to get the Earth, because there's an Earthstone there, and it might be interesting to check out. But we need to do a little shopping first, and this NPC needs to get out of my way! Thank you. So we're gonna buy some weapons for Kid and make him super OP. And we're also going to buy some more teleporters. So 1, 2, 3 of these. 11 of these. So So sometimes we get lucky and we get 3 Dragon Claws. Depends on how many encounters we have and how much money we have. But the more Dragon Claws you can buy for Kid, the better it is. So we're gonna go back down here. Stop failing to run! Nope. I'm gonna use your magic and get rid of these things. Oh good, okay, Elkun got a level, which is good because he was almost out of magic. So Elkun's lightning magic is pretty powerful, but he doesn't have a lot of it, and the spells cost a lot of MP. And why are there so many encounters in here? What the heck, game? Yes, I do want to go to Kero Kero. So, Kero Kero is having a small problem with mutant fish. Dude, get out of my way. And we're gonna take care of those mutant fish for them. Although these fish look exactly like the Bobos that we fought in the beginning of the game, but this is Bobo and BB. Or Bobo and BB. No, Bobo and BB. BU and BB. Ooh, I've got Giga Storm. That's kind of nice to have right now. Can I have my input? Thank you. Do. Let's get rid of these fish. Yup, that character's name really is Shartae. Encounter rates are terrible today. So is my run. Jeez. My ability to run is like non-existent, which kind of sucks. Like, I really don't need this many levels. Alright, so even though we saw nobody else pass by, word of our heroic deeds of killing the fish have reached the palace. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. So the king wants to treat us to a glorious banquet. And if you've ever played Breath of Fire 2, you know what kind of food we're getting. Because these are frog people. So the first dish, because frog people, is mosquito soup. And poor Cornet just passes out. And then the second dish, it's not golden flies, but it's still flies. We have to lie and say that we really like it. And then the king gives us kind of a break. He's like, listen to our beautiful song. So here you go.
Inside this jungle green, mysterious kingdom that's never been seen. Land of the frogs, a most sacred place. Amphibian paradise, wide open space. So please come to our kingdom, the sacred land of the amphibian.
So, interesting fact, if you listen to this song, either in Japanese or in English on the CD, on the soundtrack, that same chorus repeats like 5 times. And they're like, oh, Cornet, you play the horn. Play it for us. Okay. Well, dinner is over. Cornet is starving. But she's gonna go rest up after we explore the palace a little bit. So we're gonna come down here, we're gonna talk to this frog, and this frog is the princess's fiance. Why is that important? So here we see that same frog that was dancing, and they've kind of caught him in the palace where he shouldn't be, because he should have left already. He's a common frog. Not just a common frog, but a common blue frog. And it turns out that the princess and this blue frog have been seeing each other and they're in love. Yep, the frog princess. And she's like, I'm in love with him, I want to marry him, please don't arrest him, father. And of course, her father is not very happy because, well, he's a commoner, and royalty, things like that. So, the queen happens to know all about this, and she suggests, well, why doesn't he prove himself? Let him go get the Earthstone, and he can prove that he's a brave frog worthy of our daughter. So the king agrees, and says, yeah, go ahead, go get it. But the princess is, of course, super worried because the Temple of Gamma, where the Earthstone is super dangerous. There is a centaur, quote-unquote, guarding the Earthstone. So she says, oh, Cornet, why don't you go with him? You're really strong. You defeated the Boo Boo and the BB Fish. You'll be able to help him out. So we agree, because we also want the Earthstone, and, yeah. Totally ulterior motives here. Do 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 do. This temple is very nice and very easy because it is just go north. But it is not a centaur, it is a frog tour. Because frog people, I guess. I don't know. I cannot reach with her yet, so let's use Mega Siege. So with Kid being relatively OP with 3 Dragon Claws, yeah, this goes pretty quick. Oh, I hate when you use that spell. That's a very annoying spell. I need to move so I can get Kid powered up. There we go. Frog Tour is down. And the Earthstone is ours. So we have the Earthstone. Let's go back and show it to the king so the king will love us. Do 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 do. So the king is like, well, you bought us the Earthstone, but you trespassed on our sacred grounds in the process. So yeah, you're going to be executed. And that's when Disney got dark. And unfortunately, there is absolutely nothing that we can do about this. So this frog is like, it's a tragedy, cherish your loved ones, and here's the Earthstone. So yeah, that just got super dark. Let's make it lighthearted again. So we only have one more stone to go. So we're gonna go south and we're gonna go to Oasis. And we're only gonna be here for 2 seconds. So a lot of the people in Oasis have been disappearing. And apparently they've been disappearing in the mines, so the mines have been closed off. But the dude who has the key to the mines also got kidnapped by the cats, so we gotta go rescue him. So this will be our last trek into the Wonderwoods. Finally, the last time. Can you eat the evil king now? Yes, you absolutely can. Doo-doo. But this time, we're not going to fight the cats. We're just going to rescue the dude and take the key so that we can go down into the mines ourselves. Because it turns out Etoile has also disappeared down there. Looking for something suspicious of her, isn't it? Do-do-do-do-do. Hey, I can run. I love when the game lets me run. so we'll go back to Oasis. I am gonna take another safety save, just in case. I'm gonna recharge on the statue. And let's go. Let's go figure out what happened to the people down here. So it looks like there's an old abandoned train system down here. That's kind of interesting. There's some high-tech stuff in this world. Well, high-tech-ish stuff in this world. Save check. Matcha cookies. Oh my gosh, I want all the matcha cookies. Hi, RBW. So, we hear this weird sound in the background, and it sounds like a train. And just as we're gonna leave, we get gobbled up by a giant worm that has a train inside of it, because it ate the train. Do we get to suplex the train? No, unfortunately not, but here are all the people that got eaten as well. I gotta talk to you, and then I gotta go this way. Oh no, not again, you're not gonna block my way, NPC man. Yo, what's up, Dragon Cat? So we do find that Etoile has been eaten as well, along with her cronies. But Cornet's like, well, why haven't you found a way out of here? And she tells us the only way to get out of here is to kill the worm, but in order to do that, you have to kill the worm's hearts. And it has 3 hearts, 2 on the outside and 1 in the middle. And the 2 on the outside have to be killed at the same time. So she couldn't really do it by herself. She needed somebody to help her. And the people here have grown very complacent and very satisfied with living in the worm. But we're like, no, it's okay. We'll help you. Don't give up. End song. That would make a lot of sense, Mad Mega.
Why am I always feeling down? Why am I always so afraid? Why? Why have I given up hope?
It's an RPG weapon, I don't know.
What is it you're afraid of? I know. It's okay, you can say I'm afraid too, in the same way.
I give up hope, I just can't cope, can't give my all much longer.
You're not alone, so just hang on.
I think we just needed an excuse to
Be
sing.
stronger. You can overcome life's ups and downs. You can turn your life around. That's the meaning of true courage.
So please remember,
Don't you ever give up trying. Be courageous, keep on striving. Fly to the stars. You can have hope for tomorrow.
No, it's not the streamer. Streamer cannot sing.
Another. We can both take one step further. Dreams can come true. Find the hope that's deep inside. Find your strength that keeps your dreams alive.
So yeah, so we've convinced Etoile to have some faith. We'll fight alongside her, and we'll take care of the worm. So she tells us to kill the worm heart on the 6th turn, and she'll do the same, so that the worm hearts are guaranteed to die at the same time on the outside. The problem with this is even if you wait until the 6th turn, the first time around, Etoile screws up. So, yeah. So we're just going to make this fast. And we're gonna kill the worm heart the first time in 2 turns instead of 6 turns. Because no matter what, Etoile is not happy with us. So we might as well make her unhappy quickly rather than after 6 turns of waiting. Do 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 do. So she comes in and tells us how terrible we are. I told you to attack on the 6th turn. So now we get to go back and talk to her again, and she'll tell us that we suck. Even if it's her fault, she'll still tell us that we suck. So this time we actually do have to count to 6 turns. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. She does. She literally says, "You suck." Alright, so this is turn 1. Turn 2. Turn 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we can kill it. Ooh, I got Giga Holy. That makes me happy. So now that the outer hearts are done for, now we have to go kill the middle heart, and then the worm will die, and we can leave it, finally. And of course, Etoile being Etoile, she will not ever crit. Ow, that is a lot of damage between these. Please stop. Really? That didn't kill them? That's interesting. Whatever. It's fine. Alright, so just like with the painting, this heart does not move. So you're free to use AoE attacks on it and distance magic attacks, and it can't do anything against you. So I'm going to keep Kit back for just a little bit. Especially because he's a little low on HP right now. I can't reach him there. Okay. That's fine. here. So lack of camera angles makes it really hard to see where you're doing stuff right now. And Etoile, if you wanted to crit, now would be the time, honey. Now would be a really good time, as a matter of fact. And Etoile wants to get up close and personal with the worm heart, so the worm heart will attack her. But if she dies, it doesn't really matter because she doesn't ever gain levels or get experience or anything like that. One more turn. Oh, you stupid heart. You suck. You're not supposed to heal yourself, darn it! There we go. Alright, the heart is gone, the worm is dead, now we can finally get out of here. Right? Totally. There will be no issues with this whatsoever. And of course we come back to Etoile bragging about how awesome she was, and that Cornet was crying for help. But now the people are happy that we've killed the worm, apparently, but the worm is still moving. Because inertia and momentum and things like that. So everybody gets thrown into the wall except for Cornet, and we're gonna leave the worm. I can't run! Nice levels, though. Thanks, game. But we are about to finally get the last of the stones, which is the Wind Stone. And then we can finally go save our prince. Right? Bye, Treasury. Bye. This game is a musical. There's still songs left to be sung, as a matter of fact. So here is the Enotium mine. This is kind of what the people were coming to mine for when they got eaten by the worm. So Kurudo tries to tell us to grab as much as we possibly can, but no, we're not going to do that. We've already done enough terrible things in this game. We don't need to do more. And it gives us the Windstone. So now we can go back to the Tower of Wisdom and the old man can tell us how to save our prince. But, unfortunately, Miss Meow is waiting here for us. And apparently, so is my cat. Since she is the only one we have not confronted yet, it's time to confront Miss Meow. But Miss Meow is actually pretty dang powerful. She is the strongest out of the three sisters, unbelievably. And there really is not much we can do against her in this fight, so we're just gonna get rid of the Nyankees, and then we're just gonna wait the fight out. So as you can see, like, even the lightning just completely misses. And just as she's about to get the drop on us, Kururu becomes an angel and scares him off. What is these? What is this shenanigans? This craziness. But they're gone now, so we can go inside, we can go talk to the old man and find out how to save the prince. So, the guy tells us, well, the stones are not enough to break the curse on the prince. And Cornette's not very happy, because she's like, what the heck did I go through all of this for? And he says, no, this is just to get you into Marjorie's castle, because it's a flying castle and you need the stones to activate the pathway. The only way to save him is for a young maid who loves him to kiss him, the same thing that Crotia told Marjorie. But before we can go and do stuff, poor Kururu has collapsed. And here's Etoile to kind of tell the old man what she saw outside of the tower when Cornette was collapsed. So we're gonna go into Kururu's memory, into her mind, and we're gonna try to save her. So what you get is literally a memory of the past when Cornette's mom, Sherry, who is this lady here, was still alive, and then you get tiny Kururu and tiny Cornette. Kururu is not, if you notice, not moving on her own at this point. So Cornette is upset, of course, because, you know, her mom passed away when she was just a little kid, so seeing her again kind of is sad, a little bit sad for her, bittersweet. But there are some strange things going on in the past here. Things that Cornette was too little to remember. And we run into tiny Cornette outside the house. And she's like, oh, let me play my horn for you. And she plays the horn, because if you keep saying no, it's a but thou must situation. And here with little Cornette is little Etoile with complete with snot dripping out of her nose. And Etoile laughs, saying, I wonder who this kid's gonna grow up to be, and finds out that it's her in the past, and they have a good laugh. But we're gonna follow them. We're gonna go find out what Sherry is up to. So if you talk to the people here, you find out that there was quite a contest for Sherry's hand in marriage, and Cornette's dad was kind of the one person who she really loved and won out. But then he dies in the war that goes on a little before this. So you only get to hear a part of this song. She interrupts it. I don't interrupt it. Don't blame me. It's not my fault this time. Her song gets interrupted twice, actually.
You are my
And it's not my fault either time.
You are my everything.
Yeah, basically, and my infinite zero, basically.
When I see your smile so
And Cornette is really kind of feeling the feels right now because that's the lullaby that her mom used to sing to her when she was a little kid. And the earthquakes are getting kind of scary now. So Sherry, worried about her little Cornette, goes off to find her. And this time I'm not going to forget to talk to little Etoile. Apparently Cornette is missing, so we're going to go let Sherry know. And of course, Sherry is very worried about her only daughter, and Grandfather asks us, would you please go after her, because when it comes to Cornette, she kind of gets a little crazy. And that same path that we used at the beginning of the game, it turns out that Cornette is down there. Excuse me. And Sherry goes down after her, and we're gonna follow her in. Because something's going on here. And of course, we get encounters that we shouldn't get. At least we can run from that one. And this time, instead of going into the bathroom, we're gonna go into this way. Kind of went back in time. It's like a memory rather than like actually going back in time. So we find Minister Golonzo doing evil things with EVA Unit 1. And Cornette finally remembers that it wasn't an accident that killed her mother, it was that robot. So even though this is a dream, Cornette wants to take out her frustration on the robot and wreck it. So Etoile's like, well, okay, whatever. How often do I speedrun RPG games? Quite often, actually. But yes, somebody put robots in my RPG, so we gotta take care of them. Let's get rid of this one. Bye. Can I reach from here? No. Okay. I have to use Giga Holy. That's okay too. Yay! Etoile crit! Finally! Was beginning to wonder if she remembered how. Alright, so let's wreck this robot, shall we? Aw, Etoile, you crit once, honey. Why couldn't you crit again? Makes me sad. Man, I love how powerful Kid gets. It's so great. There we go. That's my girl. I mean, don't you hide machine guns under your skirt? Best place for them, really. Huh. That's kind of interesting. So Sherry is also an angel, just like we just saw Kururu turn into. How interesting. So again, this is a dream. You can't actually change how things go. So Sherry tells Cornette, play your horn, and asks for her own wish so that she can stay with Cornette always. And you see her spirit entering Kururu. Kururu was her mom all along. Is everything in the game a dream? No. Just that part.
You are my everything. You mean more than anything. When I see your smile so lovely and bright, makes the world seem right. At times you connect like such a little girl, but in my eyes you are the world. I wish you health and happiness for all time, and may the world be kind.
Hey, I haven't spoiled anything that hasn't actually happened already.
Feeling down, whenever
I am telling you the story as it happens. So technically there's like a side quest you can do here and you can find out some extra stuff, but we're more interested in saving the prince. So Cornette's gonna go off and Kururu's gonna get a little bit of extra rest. And we're gonna go confront Marjorie on our own. I'm not crying, you're crying. I'm gonna do one other safety save. I'll do one more before Marjorie, and you should be good. So, we're gonna activate the pathway to Marjorie's castle. In order to do that, we have to confront elemental dragons from each one of the stones that we collected. Ow. It's not cool, dragon. Not cool. But luckily the dragons are pretty easy to get rid of. Just have to watch Elkun's HP. It would be good if he gained a level. That'd be great. Alright, 3 stones to go. Okay, Elkun is still good for, I think, the last 2 fights. So one of the other reasons that we do go through killing of the Nine Tails is to get the Thunderstone as opposed to the Holy Stone. Shartae is our main damage dealer, and being Holy Elemental with Holy Elemental, it's not always very helpful. So it does make the fight go a little bit faster as well. Alright, one more dragon to go, and then we can go up to the castle. Whoa, ho, ho, that was close. Please gain a level, Elkun. That's not Elkun. That's Cornet. I have to use some healing stuff on him. Just to make sure he doesn't accidentally die up in there in the castle. There we go. So like I said, as soon as they gain levels, they do recover all of their HP and their MP, so... Oh, I forgot to put the stone on my altar. I am smart. Oh, so smart. There we go. I'm confused. I put the stone on the altar? Why is it not working? Did I skip something? Game? Don't mess with me, game. I put all the stones on the altars, game. Why are you not working? That's interesting. What the heck is going on? Oh, game. Oh, that's why. Okay. We're good. Brains, please. Alright. Do I like RPG games? Just a little bit. Thank you. I am very silly today. But, cutscene! So it turns out Galonzo is up here. Why is Galonzo up here? Because he's evil. Evil! And Marjorie just makes him lick her boots, literally. So he sort of, kind of gets what he deserves, but not really. Alright, so one last tower to progress through. Oh look, it's more of those robots. How coincidental. Of course I can't run away. Phoebe is the true waifu, and we'll get to see her on Thursday when I do Mystic Quest Run. Levels, please. Very nice, thank you. Phoebe, exactly. Yep, it is a little jarring. I agree. Oh! one more safety save. Let's do this. Because Marjorie can definitely completely wreck your day. Oh, are you freaking kidding me? Game, please. It's time to face down Marjorie and her goon squad. Okay, this is fine. I love that he just one-shotted Meow. That's great. I am gonna have to heal up this turn, though. Rainbows everywhere. Alright, let's finish off Marjorie, shall we? Pow. Goodbye. So she's gonna show us her true power, but before that can happen, the minister is back. And he's got another one of those stupid looking robots. But Marjorie's like, ha! Your robot is no match for my power? I'll use my jiggle physics on it. So yeah, it can't really do much to her. She's pretty powerful. But she's still Marjorie. And so she blows herself up accidentally. I guess it's up to me to save the day. We're gonna take revenge for our mother. I'm gonna save Cornet's last reward for the moment. Alright, that was good. It did not attack in that turn. That is fantastic. That's what we want to see. The fewer times it attacks, the better. So the strategy for this is pretty much the same in most battles. You notice me doing mostly the same attacks, and that's pretty true for the remainder of the run. kid you, do so much damage with 3 Dragon Claws, and I love it. It's fantastic. And those single target attacks are also what we want to see that robot do. Because if he does a group attack, I have to waste time healing up. And I don't want to do that. We did the thing! We beat the robot! Or not. But luckily for us, Etoile and Kururu are here. Well, Kururu is useless, but Etoile has guns, so yeah. So let's do this. It's time for pancakes. Hope you like pancakes. Dude, I can. Fantastic. Ooh, still a single target attack. Very nice. You know, Etoile, again, that whole thing where, you know, if you want to crit, you can. I won't mind, I promise. Single target attack? Sweet. If you get really lucky with levels, Shartae learns Gigasate, which is pretty powerful. Alright, I am gonna have to heal Kid up in the next turn. Maybe. He should die in the next turn, though. He's pretty close. Nice crit, by the way, Etoile. Finally. Finally! It's about dang time she crit. This should do it. Here we go. So yeah, we got rid of the big evil robot. We avenged our mother's death. And because they're pissed off at this guy, they're gonna take care of him for me. But we still need to save the prince. Let's not lose focus of the things that are important here. So of course the prince is very confused, but Cornet very unhappy with some of the things that she's had to do, like kill the Ninetales. Makes her feel that she's not worthy of the prince. But the prince is like, well, are you gonna make somebody else unhappy too? I mean, I love you, Cornet. And because this is an RPG, things escalate quickly, and now they're getting married. Time is coming up very soon. End time. So yeah, the small epilogue here, of course, Cornet's mom, Sherry, leaves Kururu because now Cornet's happy. She doesn't need to be here anymore. So that's the end of Kururu and the end of Cornet's mom. And it's so sad. So many feels. Thank you for the GG's chat. Thank you, thank you. And thank you to RGL for picking this for Retrothon. It was a heck of a lot of fun. I love this game to death, and I highly recommend anybody who wants to play it casually, come play it casually. The notes are pretty accessible on speedrun.com. And it's a really easy run to get into because there's no crazy glitches or anything that has to be done during the course of it. So for today, that's going to do it for me. I will be back on Thursday around the same time for Mystic Quest 100%. Coming up next, I believe we have Toad with Journey to Silius. But yeah, thanks for hanging out and watching with me. This is definitely one of my favorite games. And I'll catch you next time. I tell my story too, it's just begun.